Welcome to the EQ Video Tip. I'm your host, Eric Forsetter. As always, thanks for watching another edition of the EQ Video Tip. Before we jump in, let's review the goals of EQ Video Tip. What's on tap for today? Well, we've got a great article by Jeff Haden, but it's really not Jeff who's giving the information. It's actually Taylor Swift, and we're going to talk about how Taylor Swift views her life, or views life in general, and how to be more happy, or happier I should say, and live a happy life, a meaningful life, and successful in her words. And it comes down to 5 simple things. We're going to jump into those 5 things according to Jeff, and more importantly, according to Taylor as well. Let's jump in right now. Tip number 1, Taylor Swift on happiness. Success in business and in life, it's different, or it means different things to different people. Success should mean different things to different people because depending on how successful you are, you may not be as happy depending on what your life is. And it will depend on truly your definition of your happiness. Taylor actually says she has a really high priority on happiness, and finding something to be happy about most of the time is her ultimate goal. So you have to think about that as well. And there are trade-offs. For example, if you want to make more money, you can, but something else has to give. Maybe your family life, maybe your friends, maybe your health. What matters most is you have to figure out what makes you happy. Do you want more time with your families? Do you want to help others? You can in each case, but something is going to have to give. When you figure that out, you will be more successful. And ultimately, ask yourself, am I happy? If you are happy, then you're being successful in what you are doing. If you're not happy, then it's time to make some changes. Tip number 2, kindness. And kindness is a huge thing in life because, as Jeff Bezos says, cleverness is a gift, kindness is a choice. Every day you have that choice. Do you want to hold the door for someone? Say please, say thank you. Make sure you ask someone, how is your day going? And you choose to be nice. If you choose to do that, simply because you can, you're going to have better results. And start being nicer. You'll be more inclined to have people do things for you and be there for you when you need it to be. And it's more likely that you'll build better professional relationships as well as personal relationships as well. It's a win-win. So think to yourself, kindness is a choice, and I'm choosing to be kind. Tip number 3, the power of solitude. Now, research tells us the more you socialize, the happier you will be. And it makes sense. You make better relationships, friendships, connections, all the things that you want to do because you're spending time with people, in theory, who you enjoy. But it's also important, according to Taylor, that you're alone sometimes. She says, I'm alone a lot, which is good. She needs time to just decompress. And there's times where you need to decompress and really figure out what's happening in your life. You need a moment to focus on a project, focus on a goal. Give your body and your mind a chance to just relax and calm itself. So take time for some solitude every day or every week so that you're giving your mind and your body a chance to refocus, refresh, and reset itself as well. Remember, solitude at times is good for you. Our next tip, giving advice. Now, so many people try to give you advice every day, whether they mean to or they don't. And that's great, but Taylor actually says, I never give advice unless someone asks me for it. Why? Well, Jeff Bezos, when he wanted to start Amazon, his hedge fund business partner said, that's a bad idea, don't do it. Walt Disney's brother and business partner tried to talk him out of making the movie Snow White. What's really important to think about is when you're giving advice, only give it out when people actually ask for it, and try to put it in the best interest of that person as opposed to yourself. Even when asked for advice, we're not that person, and we don't have the same feelings or emotional reactions that they may or may not have. What we can do is help them through the process to figure out what's the right decision for them, not necessarily for you. You may be scared of going on travel, but someone else may love travel, and you have to encourage them to find the best thing that's for them. Or maybe you want to build a house. Another person may be terrified of having to make all those decisions. Whatever it is, think about the advice you're giving and help guide the person as opposed to give them how you might feel. Our last tip, goals and goal setting. It's really important that you have goals, according to Taylor, and we all know that. But in her mind, once she has a goal, she's close to accomplishing it, she sets that next goal. So there's always another bar, another mountain to climb. And you want to look ahead, because guess what? Goals are really hard, and the approach should be constantly trying to figure out what's the next best goal that you want to get to. For example, if she says, okay, I'm going to headline on a tour, when she gets there, she doesn't say, okay, I've done this, now what's my next goal? She knows that she's about to headline, she looks for that next goal as well. So set goals and know what you want to keep as a goal and how you want to move forward in terms of the next step as well. That's a wrap for this week's EQ video tip. Remember, these goals and these items that Taylor and Jeff put for us today are great reminders of things that we can do to help improve ourselves. Take them, use them to your ability, and customize them to make your life more successful, happier, and of course, living to its fullest. Hopefully this will help you out.